You want to bring the bottle over that we're tasting today? I'm Brian. He's Matt.
I'm Matt.
We're the Whiskey Wimps. Today, we're drinking what might be one of my favorite whiskeys of all time. I've been looking for this bottle for a long time. That's one thing I want to talk about today is hunting for whiskey and how to do it. One tip I'll give you guys, there's this app called Booze app, and you can go in there, log in, and find out what a fair price is, because a lot of times, if a whiskey is hard to find and rare, and this has been happening over the last 10 years, building and building, the harder it is to find a whiskey, then the secondary market will jack up the price quite a bit. So manufacturer suggested retail price on this, I believe, is like $40. And
what did we see for today?
150 we saw for today. But the Booze app will tell you, and this is not sponsored or anything like that. I just found this app the other day and it works. You can check, it'll give you kind of what a fair price is versus the manufacturer's retail price. If somebody's got it way overpriced, you can kind of like look at it and be like, what is this worth? You know, because when you're hunting for whiskey, especially one that's rare, it's hard to see it and be like, oh, I found it, I'm gonna get it. But then what if you're paying way too much? You know?
Yeah, and it's hard to tell what it's worth, really.
I've been calling around places, looking all over the place. Found this at an unassuming corner store right here in Morro Bay, $100, and grabbed it. And I had one sip and went back and grabbed the other one because I was like, good, this is some good stuff right here. It's Buffalo Trace. It's cask strength, so it's not cut, it's not proofed down at all. It's the same mash bill as the Buffalo Trace. It's made by the distillery Buffalo Trace, who is owned by Sazerac, who bought George T. Stagg distillery back in the day and named it Buffalo Trace. Same mash bill as the Buffalo Trace whiskey, just much older and not proofed down. Cask strength. This is batch 15, which is what came out last year? Must have been last year. And it's just phenomenal. I was gonna try and wait to open it for the show. Obviously that didn't happen. I did just find out that supposedly at different Costco's here in California, you can find this stuff for $40. And as soon as I find it, I'm gonna buy a few bottles. No, I'm not buying it all. I want to leave some for, that's one thing, another thing about hunting for whiskey. I think it's nice to not just be one of those people that just buys all of it and then just like takes it off the market and drives up the price for everybody else. So whiskey's meant to be shared, I believe. That's what I think.
That's when I asked you if you can go back and buy me another bottle. You told me you bought the last one.
Well, they only had 2 at that place.
Sharing is caring.
All right, I'm a hypocrite. What do you want me to say?
All right, let's see what this bad boy smells like. Getting some brown sugar, some honey, maybe a little nutmeg.
I get cherries.
Cherries?
I get the brown sugar for sure, but I get cherry in this. And Mama's home cooking.
What's Mama cooking tonight?
Cherry pie.
Cherry pie. Sitting on the windowsill, cooling off.
Yeah, that's what's happening. That's exactly what's happening. This is 131 proof.
Oh, this is gonna be
131.1 proof. Unfiltered. Stagg Jr. If I knew it was that easy. We did go to Costco today.
Yeah, we did.
Didn't find it there.
No, we struck out there. And Bevmo. 2 Bevmos. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
It's just one of the most complete profiles I've ever taken. The most well-balanced. There's nothing fighting against anything else in there. For 131 proof, it goes down like butter.
Yeah. I'm getting molasses down the palate and chocolate.
It's still finished. It's still, the finish is still happening. It's still rolling. It's still going. It's still going. Unlike that Canadian whiskey last week where it was like gone the instant I drank it. This
I'm
is
sorry,
still
you know,
going.
I was going
don't
for...
apologize.
Just trying to help out the motherland and it failed me.
I could have told you that was gonna happen.
You did tell me it was gonna happen. No, I get definitely molasses and kind of a chocolate finish going down.
Yeah, the chocolate is there too, certainly. Yeah. Like where there was the cherry pie cooling on the windowsill on the nose. It's like chocolate covered cherry, chocolate cherry cordial.
Ooh.
Miss C's candies, the cherry cordial, the chocolate, the dark chocolate cherry cordial.
Now we're talking.
Oh my Lord, dude! And it's so good.
I think Hillary can make us a pie.
Yeah.
Sweet. We'll get the ice cream. She makes the pie.
It's cherry pie a la mode.
Oh wait.
This is cherry pie a la mode.
With some chocolate syrup on top of it.
Yeah. The nice thing about hunting for whiskey and then finding it and then enjoying it and it being worth and building up to the hype, like that's such a great.
Now I can see like why you were so like.
Well, I'd never had it before. So
no, but you were like so jazzed like when you first, because you told me when you got it, and you're like, I don't know if I can wait to open it until you get here, and obviously you opened it before I got here.
There is one thing that's dangerous about this bottle, and that's the fact that it's 131 proof.
And you can't stop.
You can drink it like an 80 proof. You can drink it like a 90 proof.
Yeah, you can't stop on this one. We're going back for seconds.
And that's why this month, there might be long pauses. My brain is operating on like 33.336% right now.
0.6.
7.
That was the
0.6. 33.3367.
Oh, okay.
Good Lord, that's good whiskey. If you can find yourself, another thing I learned about hunting for whiskey is that we have it better here in California than I thought. There are bottles here that, I joined a group on Facebook, Bourbon Junkies, fantastic group. That's where I've learned a bunch of this stuff. I've learned about the Costco, learned about the fact that we actually have it pretty good here in California compared to a lot of other states out there where people are trying hard to find stuff. Stuff like Eagle Rare is not so rare here. You can find it everywhere. And the Stagg was one of the more rare things apparently, but we found it. And now when I see some sitting on the shelf at Costco, that I'm gonna probably poop myself.
Well, I was halfway tempted to buy from that other store when we saw it today for 150, but you told me to kind of hold tight.
Yeah, 150 is still too much. As good as this is, 150 is just too, and that sounds funny because I used to pay some exorbitant amounts for scotch back in the day, but that was when I didn't care how much money I was spending and didn't have kids, didn't have any of that stuff.
Yeah.
How are we supposed to do the rest of this month when we know this is sitting right here and we're gonna be drinking other stuff instead of this?
You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna have a second glass sitting off camera. I shouldn't be going back to that one.
I'll just switch it out real quick. Oh yeah, I'm getting something different.
I'm getting something different on that one. You getting that caramel?
If you can find yourself a bottle of Stagg Jr.,
please do. Like, do yourself a favor.
and leave some for the rest of us.
And leave some for us too, because having whiskey with friends is everything.
Here's what I pledge to do.
Well, you're pledging. Hold on.
To not have any more than 3 unopened bottles on hand. So if I go to Costco and they have like a whole couple cases of them, I'll just get 2 more so that I've got 3 unopened so they're just there ready to go. Because I know I'm gonna drink them. It's gonna happen.
You know, you're starting to run out of space in that little cubby hole you got there. And by the way, if you haven't joined our Patreon, you really should, because there are bloopers that happen in between, during.
Get shout outs on the channel.
You get shout outs.
You can vote on what whiskey we're tasting. It's also quite lonely over on our Discord. We've got 2 folks, which is fine. We just started it. So
We just started. It takes time to marinate, guys.
But we'd like to work with anybody as far as find out what could be the perks, like, you know,
Yeah.
coming out and drinking whiskey with us.
And you get to see the outtakes that we do.
Folks, everything is better with whiskey.
And friends.
Future Matt and Brian here. Next week we're tasting Bushmills 21-year Irish whiskey to celebrate St. Paddy's Day.
Yes, we are.